Oh, look at that oil. Hello, y'all. Let's go ahead and share the video. All right. All right. Hello. Hi, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, I am IntuitiveMom. I am so mad with my hair a little bit, but it'll be all right. I hope that it kind of dry before I go to bed. So, we are going to get started on Durga lessons part 2. Okay. Durga. The Divi Sutra. Okay. Hello. Hey. Hey, Lori. Okay. All right, y'all. I am going to kind of just jump right in. Dear Divine Mother, please bless and charge me and the collective with the energy to bring a balance to our complete being, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all that other good stuff. Okay. Of course, she's going to block out any interferences. Period. Okay. Let's get some incense burning. So I went, in a sense, it is. I went live earlier. I know I don't have one incense left. Oh, I have 2. 3. Right. Good job. 3. 3 tonight is needed. Okay. 3 is our lucky number tonight. I have 3 lemons. So I went live earlier, guys. I went live and I told you guys to get prepared. I am going to be giving you guys a invocation, a ritual, but an invocation, okay, a formula to actually call the Divine Mother into our energy, like, period, okay? We already been, I hope that y'all have. All right, anything weird is just like getting removed, okay? And then we are going to time you out for first offense. We're going to time you out for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Second offense, you're going to get timed out for 24 hours because I'm not playing today. It's a Mars day, okay? It's a Mars day. Happy Tuesday, y'all. So, I told y'all earlier to get prepared for my Durga, right? Why does it seem so dim? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my lights here. Maybe it's my eyesight. Hold on a second. I really need to start wearing my glasses. No. Okay. No distractions. No distractions. I bought an expo marker. Okay, I bought an expo marker, so no distractions tonight. No distractions. I'm not getting up. Okay, I'm not getting up. Do I need to get up? I don't think I need to get up. Okay, so I told you guys to get prepared earlier. Hello. Welcome, Regina B. So I told you guys to get prepared so that I can give you guys a formula. And I told y'all it was 3 things that we will be getting from this particular formula. It would be ultimate beauty, okay? Actually, ultimate protection, beauty, and wealth, okay? And all of those things will be protection on top of protection, protection on top of protection, okay? So, I want y'all to listen to the reading I did earlier. I didn't put any timestamps on it. I was irritated in the beginning. And then we just kind of like blocked that energy out, okay? I'm not even lying. I'm human, and that's just what it is, okay? So skip past like the first 10 minutes. Okay? So we are doing the Divi Sutra. I hope y'all did your homework, okay? I hope y'all did your homework. I did my homework. Let me show y'all my homework. I'm trying to get my community tab up, but I think because I hid all my videos, that it just took away all my, I don't know what. Did you unprivate it? I tried watching it earlier and I couldn't. I thought that I did. If I didn't, I'll put it back on. Okay, I'll go. I thought that I did. It was taking forever to upload. Too. I had looked back at it when I was at the people business, and it was taking forever to upload. So, hello. So, I'll look back on it and see if it's unprivate. So I want to show y'all my homework. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then down here at the bottom, I wrote what the homework actually was. Okay. Oh, she wanted to know. So that was just a preview. I'm gonna tell you guys, because the invocation, the ritual, the formula that we're doing for this, we're actually going to do it. I need my iPad. Baby, you see my iPad?
I need the charger for it too.
Okay, it's right there in my purse. You see my iPad on my dresser? If it's not, you ain't gotta look too hard. Let me see the red phone. I want to look at the planetary hours and days to just make sure it's all in alignment. Friday is Good Friday, but Tuesday is Earth Day. So, y'all, I got an expo marker. Is it charged? It's probably not even charged.
Can you bring the charger back when you're done with it?
Yeah.
Because I need to charge the camera.
Okay. It's not charged.
It said 25.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good. That's real good. 25 is great. 25%. They can get us through the whole life. All right. I don't need nothing about. Okay, Friday. Great. I should have known that.
You want my robe? I'm about to turn on the AC. It's hot.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. My husband about to make us cold in here, okay? Sire. Come get your phone so you can call your dad.
Alright. Where's it at?
Right there. So guys, I have been doing research for the last couple years, but for the last couple hours, you could never study too much, but at some point you have to, you know, like do it, right? You just have to do it. And it's so crazy because this next line tells you exactly that. Okay. Oh, I was about to say, I thought I lost the top to this. I was about to say. I guess I'll go ahead and highlight. We'll do 4 and 5 and 6. 4, 5, and 6. Actually, we might just do 4 and 5, and then we'll do 4 and 5, and then we'll, I don't know why I wiped my face with that. That was crazy. And I'm using that on here. It's because I just be wiping my face. And then I'm going to give you guys the formula. And then we'll talk a little bit about I love that, you know, over the last couple of years, I've had quite a few, like, stalkers and bullies and just weirdos, right? And just a lot of karmics just come up, right? And it definitely got cold. And the thing is, I was thinking, like, when did they come? Right? So Durga is a goddess of war. All right? She's a goddess of war. So even when you don't know she's in your life, she's in your life. Okay? When you're fighting the deepest, darkest, lightest, brightest wars, my Durga is there. Okay? She's there. And one of the tests that I'm going to be real honest, okay? I'm going to be real honest. One of the tests that I was not aware of when I first started this, but I'm going to just let y'all know, right? I was not aware that when you're trying to balance out your past life karma and your future life karma and your current life karma, right? When you're trying to balance those out and you're doing these type of formulas and these type of mantras, because this type of work, it actually helps kill, balance, eliminate past life sins, okay? Your children's sins. And I was not aware of that. So a lot of things start happening where your faith is tested. And I believe that in every single, this is not religious, okay? This is just a way of life. But I believe that in every single science or practice, it always has to be some type of test, okay? I forget what that's called in science, you know, where you test what the hell is going on to see if this is actually what it is. This right here. But these formulas right here make it so that no matter what test you face, no matter what test you face, that you have everything possible that you could absolutely need, okay? Happiness, light, devotion, wealth, strength, health, all of this. Sleep, rest, okay? You cannot fight. You can't fight a war and be tired as hell, okay? And who wanna go to battle with a mirror magic past life high priestess that, you know, whatever the case is, who want to go to battle with those type of people looking ugly? I don't. Because the first thing they going to say is, oh, she ugly, she this, she that. So being AC, that looked crazy. Yes, it did. It looked like he was about to jump up there. And I think he like you, but I don't think he gonna like you that much if you knock down his PlayStation. So this type of work allows you to see people's... After the first live you did on this, I literally had the best sleep of my life. Yes, this knocks you out. Your dreams, you already have crazy dreams. Well, I don't want to say crazy. You already have very in tune dreams. But these type of dreams that come with this, it takes you on an adventure. But it's also, you can understand it. You'll be able to understand it. You don't need a dream interpretation. It's going to be figured out. Your spiritual ability actually heightens, okay? Like, it heightens with this type of formula. You have to do the work, but you have to be disciplined. You have to be devoted. You can't use this type of formula and be attacking somebody and talking crazy about them. It backfires on you, okay? It backfires all the way on you. I did not start off talking about people when I came to YouTube. I was not talking about these people that was destiny swapping with me and energy harvesting. I don't want to say destiny swapping. Nobody stole my destiny. They was trying to, okay? But I didn't start YouTube off like that. I didn't start YouTube off like that. My husband just made me very aware of that. Okay? So this allows you to see people's true face. This, when I started back doing these mantras, I remember I was in the Spiritual Avengers thingy, right? I was trying to do the Spiritual Avengers thingy, right? And I would be doing this mantra and Spirit would just be telling me about the people that I was working with. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I will see them. I will fall asleep. I'll do these mantras. I'll fall asleep. And it's just like, you can't fake it. You see people's real face and you do not get scared. This eliminates fear, okay? You are limitless and you are fearless when doing these type of mantras, okay? You don't fear death. You don't fear others. You're not scared of nobody, okay? Nobody, nothing. Nothing, nobody. Nothing to nobody. Nobody can do anything to you either. Like, they can't touch you. Whatever, I mean, no hoodoo, no voodoo, no black magic, no, none of that can touch you. None of that can touch you. I'm just saying, there's not another path. And I think I then swam across the ocean, okay? Absolutely. There's not another path where you can't be touched. This goes back to the existence of mankind. This is where the gods are. And I'm not talking about deities. Okay, we are talking about deities. These are deities, right? But deities is the word is just, we won't talk about that. I'm not disrespecting nobody's culture, but this isn't for everybody, okay? Some people are supposed to be doing certain things and some people are not. You already know if you've been rejected. You already know if you've been rejected. You come back later, okay? The Divine Mother really doesn't reject anybody, but you can cross this ocean later, okay? You cross this ocean later. Okay, the extremely beautiful, extremely fierce. We bow to the establisher. What? And you do all of this out of respect. Let me tell y'all, okay? Okay. So you totally get hidden from my channel because I remember your name from earlier. Okay. So you get all the way hidden from my channel. Okay. So you can unsubscribe from me or you can stay here, but there's no black, white, orange, or yellow here. All right. And you just kind of disrespectful. You ain't doing nothing. It's a shame that you was born Indian, supposedly. It's a shame. All right. So many people, that's a privilege. All of it's a privilege to even be born, but to be born in India is like, go do something. Go do something. Go do something. Something better than over here. Okay? All right. So, we are on, so we did 1 through 3. I'll read them to you, and then we'll go on to 4 and 5, okay? So, number 1 of the Divi Sutra is, we bow to the great goddess, to the energy of infinite goodness. We prostrate with hands together to nature, to the excellent one. Okay? 2, we bow to the reliever of suffering, to the eternal, to the embodiments of rays of light. We continue to bow to the goddess who manifests light, to the forms of devotion, to happiness. 3, we bow to the change, to perfection, to dissolution, to the wealth which sustains the earth, to the wife of Shiva, the blessed mother of the world, we bow. Okay, so here's our lesson today. Number 4, it says, okay, can y'all read that? I'm not sure, but we'll read it. We bow to the one who removes difficulties, who moves beyond all difficulties to the essence. We continue to bow to the doer of all, to the perception and to the unknowable one. Okay. Number 5, it says, we bow to the extremely beautiful and the extremely fierce. We bow to the establisher of the perceivable world, who is modane existence. We bow. All right. So we are going to go over number 4. All right. We're going to break down number 4. So the first thing, let's see if we can do it like that. All right. So the first line is, we bow to the one that removes difficulties. To the one that removes difficulties. Okay. So I gave y'all, on the first day, I gave y'all a invocation, all right? I gave y'all a song, a shield of power, which is 32 names of Durga, right? So if we go to the 32 names of Durga, I went through them, I played them, and today I was looking at her name, right? And everything she says is something about removing difficulties, exposing difficulties, right? So we bow to the one who removes difficulties, right? And let me get that one. So Durga Darini, right? DurgaDarina, number 32. The very last name that said, it says, who cuts off difficulties, right? So she not only is going to make them not ever reach you, if it's not reaching you, she's removing them from you, right? So Durga in itself is the reliever of difficulties, right? So we are bowing to her so that we can remove our difficulties. Do I need to explain what a difficulty is? Like, do I need to break that down? The thing is here. The thing is here, right? This line here. This line right here, the very last line, to the perception and to the unknowable one, right? You don't know what your difficulties are sometimes. Sometimes things can be so easy and so flowy. Like, let's say for instance that I'm gonna use a small example, right? A super small example. Let's say that you type, right? You are a person that works on the computer all the time, right? You work on the computer all the time, and you start getting these hand cramps, right? You start getting these hand cramps. But on your one off day, you got one off day, right? Or let's say you have 2 off days. It doesn't matter how many off days you have, right? You go to the grocery store. You go pick up some groceries. This sounds so small. It sounds so small, but I'm about to tell y'all how a small difficulty can turn into something humongous. So you go to the grocery store every Thursday. You go get your groceries. You come home. You have children. You have husband. No, she ain't going to remove your children and your husband, okay? Not this aspect of her, okay? She's the mother aspect here. She's the mother aspect here. So she's not as fierce as, Chamunda. Okay, in this aspect where if your child was doing something crazy, you might, you know what? You might just work with your child in the spirit a little better. Okay? Forgive me, but I said it. Okay? All right? So, you go to the store. You pull up to your house. You see your husband car out there. You see your son car out there. Whatever the case is, right? You call them. You say, hey, I'm here with the groceries. Unlock the door. They're like, oh, okay. So they just unlock the door. They know you here with the groceries and nobody comes down and help you. So now you've been typing all day, but this is your off day. So they're not considering that, right? They're not considering that, but you've been typing all day. And all of a sudden, like, You're like, I'm tired of carrying the groceries in. And then I come in the house, I got to take out my own trash, right? I got to take out my own trash. These aren't even things that you are really complaining about. You're just doing it. You're just doing it because you're a strong black woman or you're a strong woman, okay? I guess you're a strong person, okay? You're a strong person. And you don't realize that you need a little help with doing certain things. That's a difficulty. That's a difficulty. So she kind of gets in people's energy around you to start assisting you. Unbeknown to you, you all of a sudden you just like, who took out the trash? Your kids is like, I took out the trash, man. Like, stop acting like I don't take out the trash. You like, let me not say nothing because they know they don't be taking out the trash. All of a sudden, like, at some point you paying half of the rent, right? But you have this thing with Durga where you're asking her to help you save for a car. But you're paying for half of the rent at your house, right? But you're like, I need to save for a car. I want to invest into my business. I want to get things back together, right? But I can't save any money because I'm paying X, Y, and Z in rent or X, Y, and Z in this and that and da-da-da-da-da. That's a difficulty, right? That's something, this right here is something that it sounds like these goddesses, let me not say these goddesses. This particular goddess, this is the one that knows what you need. She absolutely knows what you need. She also accepts what you want as well, too. You might not need it, but she like, you know what? I might just go ahead and give you that. You want a car right now? I'm going to go ahead and help you out. So everything has to have a balance. Everything has to have a balance. So at some point, your leasing office tell you, hey, what? They say, hey, we had an audit and we actually realized that the market rent isn't this amount for the year. So we're going to give you your money back. We're going to give you like $100 back from the whole year. Now you got an extra $1,200 in your car. in your pocket. You like, yes, you know what? That's $1,200 extra. You end up getting back some money somewhere. You know, you went to Texas.gov and you realized that you had some inheritance somewhere. This is what she helps you see. Okay? You don't know where it's coming from. You don't know how you getting it. All you have is faith. All right? Well, you know where you get it from. You get it from Durga. But all you have is faith. Okay? Who moves beyond all difficulties to the essence. That is what that next line means. Who moves beyond all difficulties to the essence. Okay? So she's going in and out of all your problems, basically. She's going in and out all your problems. And she's getting down to the hidden part, the essence, the DNA, the coding. How did you put this together? Okay? If you are trying to start a business and you're like, okay, well, the last time I tried to start this business, I did it X, Y, and Z way. And I'm going to do it that way again. I'm telling you, I went to sleep. I was doing the whole Durga circum, right? I was doing it. All right? I was doing it. I went to sleep one day. And I remember, it's so funny because I remember that my husband was playing the game in front of me on the bed, right? This is when he had the game in our room. Now we don't have nothing in our room now. We smart. Okay? He was playing the game in front of me, and I remember I had my feet on his back, and I was getting so sleepy. I would just have my feet on his back. That's just how we be, right? All over each other. Oh, it's nearly impossible to read. Oh, okay. Well, you can read it later. Okay? You can read it later. I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to do that. Okay? So, That's crazy. So you should print this out so that way you can follow along. I have it in my community tab. Okay. I have it in my community tab. I made sure that it was posted today. It's the DV Sutra. Okay. So, anywho, I was in my husband's and I'm just going like line to line so that way you can see it. Okay. Just listening. Okay, cool. Cool. Don't forget to like the video. But I remember I had my feet on his back, right? And me and him, we were talking about, okay, so we have a nonprofit. We have a nonprofit where we help feed kids that are in need, right? And we was talking about what it is that we can do to expand our nonprofit, right? And he was saying something about, getting in at the baseball stadiums. Okay, we live in Texas, all right? We live in Texas. It's hot. And in the summertime, it's hot. But if my husband tell us that we gonna be doing something, then the family just kind of follow. But I'm like, he don't like to be hot. I like warm. I touch on hot. But Texas hot is a different type of hot. And I remember I was like, in my head, I'm like, how are we going to expand our nonprofit, right? Now, we already touching 4,000 people. And it's Texas. So it's millions of people here. I don't know how many people is really in Texas, but it's a lot of underprivileged kids here. 4,000 is not a lot. That's what 2-3 apartment complexes here. Okay. So I'm like, how can we expand our nonprofit? I went to sleep. I knocked out, and I'm sitting there, I'm listening to him, but at the same time, I'm reading this, but I'm listening, okay? Because I'll be reading and I'll be listening. And I went to sleep and I woke up and Spirit told me a food truck. And I was like, a food truck? A food truck? And I did my whole menu. And I was like, when I was done writing, like the download just came in the form of me just writing. I couldn't stop. I did the whole menu. And when I was done writing, I was like, thank you. Thank you to the Divine Mother. Okay? That's what it is. That's the expansion. Okay? That's the expansion. So these come when you continue to do this. So the next line says, we continue to bow to the doer of all. Okay? When you continue, what she's telling you in these lyrics is, if you continue to do it, don't stop just because difficulties come up. Just because you're at a crossroad where you like, all right, I can't figure this out today. If you can't figure something out when it comes to doing this work and you are trying, because what I said she's going to answer your desires, your prayers, your wishes, your hopes. What is it that you want to be doing? Okay? Let's be realistic about those things. Okay? Let's be extremely realistic about those things. And you can ask for something wild and crazy. Like, for example, you can ask for a new house right now, but you asking for a house and you don't have a job. When she gives you a job, take that job. They gave me a job. I took that job. I didn't know why I was taking the job, because my husband is like, you don't need to you don't need to work. You don't need to go. You don't have to do that. You can do this and you can get paid like this. And I'm just like, no, I need to go to this job. Since I've been at that job, everybody always is like, are you the manager? And I'm like, no, I'm not the manager. I'm just, my Chinese zodiac is the tiger. Another reason why I love my burger. My Chinese zodiac is a tiger. So I am very much so I'm just there. I'm just there getting all of they training and stuff. Like, I'm a person that goes on websites and I'm like, oh, okay. Y'all heard me say a food truck, right? I need to know all codes, all types of health stuff. I need to know all of that. All of that. Because it's different having a nonprofit and having somebody else like you. You have somebody else that does that for you. And essentially, we just really just run the nonprofit, but we have lawyers and accountants and all that stuff, right? Very much so different from having a restaurant or a food truck. And a food truck has a lot of codes, health codes and stuff like that. So I didn't understand why I was getting a job, but that's what I kept being called to do, where it didn't sink in. Like I said, this opens you up to a lot more spiritual stuff. It didn't sink in until I tapped in with, the twin flame, Sakai. Okay? It didn't sink in until I tapped in with spirit. And I'm not talking about, we ain't gonna get into that. Spirit. Okay? I'm not talking about those twin flames that y'all think that y'all have. You still have it or no? What? My nonprofit? Yes. Yes, we still have it. Food truck? I don't have that yet. I don't have a food truck. Do I still have a job? Yes. I will be there a year from May. This download came in February or January of last year. So, like I was saying, don't ask for a house and you don't have a job. Okay? That's just period. All right? Because, you can ask for a house and you don't have a job. Let me take that back. You can ask for a house and you don't have a job. But if Spirit give you a job that pays X, Y, and Z, obviously they're telling you to save some money. The food truck that I see, it costs money. It costs money. It's not a used food truck. It's not a normal food truck. It's going to be parked right outside our nonprofit. It's not a normal thing. Okay? And I'm also not, I ain't going to say all that, but anyway. So we continue to bow to the doer of all. All right. This line is important in number 4 because the nonprofit is separate from the food truck. The nonprofit is a charity organization and the food truck is profit. Okay? It's for profit. Completely different. The food truck is going to buy a youth center, a gym. The money from that is going to buy a youth center and a gym. The nonprofit, it all goes back to the kids. Straight back to the kids. Okay. So we continually bow to the doer of all, to the perception and to the unknowable one, right? I say this quite often, that you can do this. You can walk this path and then you can stop walking this path, right? It doesn't take you back to step 1. It doesn't take you back to step 1. Sometimes we feel like we're at step 1, right? We feel like when we start certain spiritual journeys and then we stop, right? Let's say, for example, you are, I don't want to use tarot. Let's say you're a medium, right? You're doing your mediumships. You having all types of connections. You can distinguish between your spirit guides and other energies, right, that are coming through. You can recognize the energy of angels and demons and attachments and all that stuff, right? And then you stop. You stop for a year. When you're first getting back into it, and I don't care what nobody say, when you first getting back into it, and a year is a long time. You can stop for like 3 months. Okay, we all take breaks and we take rest, right? So, well, y'all supposed to. Some people don't. Some people just keep doing it and they, I don't know. I don't want to say what they are and what they ain't, but I don't know who they talking to. Okay? Divine make you take a rest. She make you take a rest. God make you take a rest. Okay? And on the 7th day, what did we do? We rest. Okay? So, I don't know what them spiritualists that don't be resting properly. I don't know who they talking to. I do know who they talking to, but they silly. Let's say that you completely stop, right? Let's say you completely stop. You really start doubting yourself. You doubt yourself. You doubt whether you are tapped in, whether this is that, whether it was your spirit guide, whether it's your twin flame. You doubt a lot of spiritual connections that if this was when you was on line number 22, I don't know what line number 22 is, but I'm about to see what does line number 22 say, because that's the one I threw out there. Let's see what line number 22 says. We bow to the divine goddess existing in all, who resides in the form of memory. We bow to her. We bow to her. We continue to bow to her. Okay? All right? So, I'm going to take it that you're saying that, leave that comment there. Don't erase that one, Lori. That's who they, yeah. So, all right. Good job. Nope. I did that. I thought you had common sense for a second, but you don't. So, when you take a rest, right? When you take a rest, you literally, right? When you take a rest, a spiritual rest, it's different than you giving yourself like a complete time out. You like, nah, I'm not doing this. I don't want to do this. I'm going a different way. Or you get confused, right? You start going through your karma. You start getting your karma, okay? Because we all ain't always been good, right? But you start getting your karma, right? And when you start getting your karma, you run away. You run away from it. You're like, oh, no. I want to continue to be a liar. I don't want to take any type of accountability. I need to continue to make this money the way that I'm making this money. I want to continue to worship the dark energy. I want to continue to, be in this soul contract with demons, okay, with the lower entities, right? You don't want to elevate for real. You don't want to really, because the devil gives you a certain power and gift as well too. The demons, they give you certain power and energy as well too. Eventually you get defeated, right? And you get burnt out. So what she's saying here, if you continue to bow to the doer of all, to the perception and to the unknowable one, even when you are unsure, you continue to do this work. Don't give up. All right. So let's go on to line number 5, right? Line number 5. All right. So line number 5 is going to go with the invocation that I'm giving y'all. The formula for a very powerful ritual that's so simple. Okay, it's so simple. I mean, there's no mirror magic involved in it. There's no abundance ritual. There's no calling on any type of dark energies for protection. It's not calling on any saints. No offense to the saints. Okay, no offense to the saints. It's not calling on any type of saints. at all. All right. We're not using any essential oils. We're not using any type of, we're using nature. Okay. We're simply using nature here. Except that candle. Okay. Well, what y'all candles made out of? I don't know what my candle is. Wax. Some type of wax. That candle is made out of some type of wax. Now, the other candles we're going to be putting together, maybe. Okay, if y'all don't have it, then y'all don't have it. It's fine. But it's super simple. But anyway, let's go to number 5. Number 5 says, we bow to the extremely beautiful. Let's leave it there. We bow to the extremely beautiful. Now, when I was reading this, right? Okay, in Sanskrit, it's Ati Samhita, right? And I looked it up. And it means extremely peaceful, extremely gentle, and kind. Okay? So basically, it's saying that it's beautiful. Actually, I'm going to give y'all both of the lines. It says, we bow to the extremely beautiful and the extremely fierce. That's the whole line. We bow to the extremely beautiful and the extremely fierce. I think I got to put the word fierce in there. Okay. So the first line is, we bow to the extremely beautiful and the extremely fierce. All right. Iti Samaya means extremely peaceful, extremely kind, and gentle. All right. So my Durga is telling you that it's so crazy because the word fierce, right? The word fierce is powerful. Okay? It's like she don't play. She don't play, right? The extremely beautiful. Like, have you ever seen something that, I guess I would compare this to the lotus flower, right? So the lotus is grown in mud, right? But when it comes above the water, it's one of the most beautiful flowers that you can see. And so you see a lotus flower, and it's almost like, even though lotus flowers are like, they're pink or white sometimes, but it's almost like they're shiny. Like they have some type of shine on them. Some type of light glistening up off of them. I don't know why I'm seeing the color gold, okay? I'm seeing the color gold here. And with this being said, right, we bow to the extremely beautiful and the extremely fierce. When I was talking about being able to see past illusions, this is the line here, okay? You can feel like you don't have anything. But after you finish this and you do this particular ritual that I'm about to give you guys, this particular invocation prayer, when you finish this, and you can do it as, I recommend you do it as many times as you want, right? I recommend you do it. Not the bath. Not the bath, okay? Don't overdo the bath. But we're going to do a lot of baths in this, okay? It's 30 keys, 30 doors, 30 vows. We're going to do a lot of baths. I'm going to give y'all a couple different rituals, okay? After you do this particular one, and you continue to say this line, we bow to the extremely beautiful and the extremely fierce. It's just like, even when people, even people that do mirror magic, right? Even those that do mirror magic and glam magic, right? Let me be nice. it makes you want to be nice to them because you start seeing their inner child. You get what I'm saying? You see people inner child. There's a line in here that says we bow to the goddess who is forgiving. Number 14, we bow to the divine goddess existing in all who resides in the form of forgiveness. Y'all don't really want, y'all ain't gonna really wanna do this, but by the time we get to line number 14, right? Me just reading it right now, you like, nah, I don't want to forgive. I might not want to forgive them. They ugly. They look like this. But you start seeing people inner child, and you have to use this with caution because you're gonna want to tell somebody. You're going to want to tell somebody what you see next to them. When you see their inner child, right, and their inner child sits here. It's so crazy because I remember when I was talking to one of my clients and she had came over, right? And I seen her inner child and don't want to say this. Yeah, because, okay, I can say this. All right, so I seen her inner child, and her problem was that she could not lose weight, okay? At the time, she could not lose weight. And I was like, you have literally a baby sitting in your stomach, right? And she was like, am I pregnant? And I was like, no, it's like your inner child. Like something happened to you when you was such and such age. And the thing is, like, she was so mean. She was so mean. And people would say that she was fierce and she don't take no crap or whatever the case is. But it's like I seen the form that she put on in order to be strong. Okay? You can see that in people. And you're gonna want to tell them. But you have to make sure that you complete this and you continue to do this because you can say it in a certain way where they're not open to receive it. They're not going to be open to receive it. And you can also, this changes our language. Doing these vows, they change our language up. My Durga has the tendency, she has a way of changing the way that you speak. Okay? Y'all about to see the whole change up here. All right? I'm invoking her into my life. And y'all gonna see the whole change up here. Because even this morning, I really could have snapped this morning. But I was like, you know what? Let me get my shit together. Okay? And this is what happens. In order to we just got to move through it. Okay? So anyway, we bow to the establisher of the perceivable world who is mundane existence. We bow. All right. Now, we bow to the establisher of the perceivable world who is mundane existence, right? The perceivable world. How do we perceive the world? We have to know that my Durga is everything within the world. You have to see her in everything. So I want y'all to see her in everything that we're doing. I want her to be seen in y'all house. I want her to be seen in, like, if you could get an image of her, put her in your house. Put her in your house. Okay? If you can't put her in your house, put her in your wallet. Put her in your purse. But all y'all can put her in your house. Okay? You can literally get little things of tigers. Let me tell y'all something that my kid, let me show y'all something my kid gave me. Why? I don't know. But I know now. Okay? This It may seem like it's petty, but we're her children. We're going to be coloring. I told y'all I still color. Like, this is on my altar. Okay? This is on my altar. You can get her statue. Okay? You get her statue. You can get her yantra. I won't go get her yantra right now. It's working. It works. So we're not gonna get her yantra. I gave y'all the yantra. You can print the yantra out. That's a Shri yantra. This can also be used for my Durga as well too. This is a Shri yantra. Okay. Amazon. That came off of Amazon. This came off of Amazon. Okay. This came off of Amazon. It's so crazy because let me tell y'all something. When I was doing these lessons or whatnot, I am a person that, so my teacher did not give us all of this at one time. He gave it to us like line by line, right? And I remember by the time we got to the second line or the third line, we bowed to the change of perfection, dissolution, to the wealth which sustains the earth, to the wife of Shiva, the blessed mother of the world. We bow, right? I think it was the third line. I was like, I have to get through this. I remember this from somewhere, right? I was like, this sounds so familiar. Never read it, never seen it, never heard it. My sister always introduced me to something, okay? She had went towards Kuan Yin, and I never studied it. When she was doing that, I was doing Ifa. I was on Ifa, okay? And I remember when he gave us that line, I said, I need to study. I need to go deeper. There's something I'm missing here. When I found that, I found the whole Divi Sutra. I read it and I was like, oh, I'm about to learn this. I'm going to learn it in Sanskrit too. I was trying to challenge myself. I never learned it in Sanskrit. What I did was I went further. Like, do I have to learn this in Sanskrit? Is it going to affect me if I don't learn it in Sanskrit? And what I found out was that you don't need to know this in Sanskrit. Okay? It would be good if you memorized it, right? So that way you can say it with your eyes closed or say it in your mind. But even reading to yourself is more powerful than reading out loud. Okay? So there are rules, but this particular formula that I'm giving y'all, you don't need to be initiated. You don't. Okay? You do not need to be initiated to do this mantra. You don't need to be initiated to work with Durga. Super simple, super easy, very protective, okay? Very protective and super beneficial. Is that the word? Like, extremely beneficial, okay? Extremely fierce, and my Durga takes no time doing what she needs to do. Like, she's not one that's very slow with showing results, okay? A lot of deities that I have worked with, sometimes you have to make an offering, or you have to, I don't know, not have them with other deities on their altar or anything like that. Durga is every single deity combined, okay? Every single deity combined. She is Vishnu, okay? We bow to the divine goddess existing in all is literally number 6, okay? We bow to the divine goddess existing in all, who is the power of Lord Vishnu. I'm always sharing things on my page, and if you read the Bible Gita or you read Vishnu Purana, it would tell you that He is all. So if my Durga is a form of Vishnu, and that is when you know that you are, when you can understand that it's like I'm seeing, like, it's like I'm seeing of what is that, the 10,000 petal lotus, 100,000 petal lotus, right? 10,000 petal lotus, and it just breaks off, and then it breaks off, and then those break off, and those break off, right? Keep that to yourself. Discuss that with the Divine Mother, okay? Discuss that with the Divine Mother. Make sure you like the video, okay? So, we bow to the extremely beautiful and the extremely fierce. We bow to the establisher of the perceivable world, who is modane existence. We bow, all right? Okay, so I'm excited to give you guys this ritual, this invocation, okay? I'm super excited. So we only went over 4 and 5 today. All right, we only went over 4 and 5. And next lesson, we're going to do 6, 7, 8. And 9. So next lesson, we're going to do 4. We're going to do 6, 7, 8, and 9, right? Okay? Now, this invocation, after you do it, I'm telling you, you will be sleepy. There's not a particular time of the day that you need to do it, but what I really believe is that you should do it when you have time to go lay down, okay? What do you need? What do you need? Okay? Again, this invocation is going to bring you 3 things, all right? We're doing it on Friday. We're doing it on Friday, okay? We are going back to 3 and 4 and 5. 3, 4, and 5. Verses 3, 4, and 5 is the formula, okay? So it says we bow to change, to perfection, to dissolution, to the wealth which sustains the earth, to the wife of Shiva. Okay, so if Shiva has no desires, I think that Shiva's wife has no desires as well either. Okay, because Shiva is one that they destroy. Shiva destroys all doubt in your mind. So when all doubt is in your mind, you don't have any questions about whether or not you're gonna get what you deserve, or you're gonna get this job, this car, this money, this love, or whatever the case is. It might not be the one that you want, but you're going to get it. Okay? You can get what you need. This is not black magic. Anything that's not for you is not going to last here. Okay? It's not going to last here. What I suggest is that you do not fight the energy and let it go. Okay? Let it go. It will be very beneficial. That don't mean that you got to cut it all the way off and you can't have no friendship or whatever the case is, right? But, no. The way that it ends, let it end that way. This energy is not argumentative. It's not argumentative at all. All right. When you start doing this energy, let me tell y'all something. Ain't no back and forth. And it's not my way or the highway either. Okay. This is Aries season, y'all. This is Aries season. And to be honest, I know that people, y'all don't practice Vedic astrology, but this is Vedic science. So Vedic astrology goes into this, right? It just became Aries season. Okay. The sun is in Aries. The sun is ego. All right. Interesting. I doubt if your soul is on this last journey. That's in this particular aspect in Vedic science. I mean, but you know, that's your opinion. But when you come back down here, because you know our soul is this. Y'all believe a dog has a soul? I'm not saying you're gonna reincarnate as a dog or a cat or anything like that, but you know, those animals, they have souls too. So when we reincarnate, and it's very egotistical to think that you won't reincarnate. Like, you got to do a lot of work not to reincarnate. Like, you got to do a lot of work not to reincarnate and go back to being a god. You got to actually, you got to tap in with the God. Only, let me not say that. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say who reincarnates and who doesn't reincarnate, because if you kill somebody, you still reincarnate here. I've been working for 36 years. Okay, that sounds like I was born in hell. You probably just doing the wrong job. Hell is a mind frame. Because I just was saying that, this is what I was getting ready to say. Because if you kill somebody, you go down to the purgatory for X amount of years, right? X amount of years, and then you still reincarnate. Okay? You still reincarnate. So, anywho. I'm trying to make it so that it end. I would be one to tell y'all before, like, I'm not going to reincarnate. I'm not going to be, I might not, well, nope. How did I say that? I might be born back into this family because I had kids in this family. I might come back as one of my kids, or their kids. Okay? So, that sounds like Saturn energy. That sounds like a lot of Saturn energy right there that you need to work out. So, anywho, so this formula is 3, 4, and 5, right? 3, 4, and 5. Let's not be distracted. Damn. Let's just do the work. Oops, I erased the wrong message. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. So 3, 4, and 5. We bow to change, to perfection, to dissolution, to the wealth which sustains the earth, to the wife of Shiva, the blessed mother of the world. We bow to the one who removes difficulties. If you do this work, you can get all those difficulties away. All right? You can get all those difficulties away. To the essence, we continue to bow to the doer of all, to the perception, and to the unknowable one, right? We bow to the extremely beautiful, the extremely fierce. We bow to the establisher of the perceivable world, who is mundane existence. We bow. All right, what do you need? You need this. You need this DV Suttrum, right? You need some lemons. You need some lemons. I went ahead and did what I needed to do with these lemons, right? This is obviously 4 lemons cut in half, right? I left the other 3 in there. Just put it there. Okay. I love you.
All right, let's do good night.
You about to go to sleep?
Why? It's like 10 something.
Okay. We about to say our prayers in a minute. I'm almost done.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so you need, obviously, you know, 4 lemons, so you can cut them in half, and you can have 3 lamps. Now, this is what I told y'all earlier. You need a red candle, okay? You don't need all of this, but if you want all of this and you want to be extra like me, right? Because you can get it, get all of this. But if you can't get anything, all you need is a red candle, okay? All you need is a red candle, all right? If you can't find a red candle, use a white one. No other color. Do not use a black candle. Do not use a yellow candle. Don't use a pink candle. Red candle. All right. I'm sending red candles to y'all stores right now. Red candle. You need a red candle. Go get a candle by Friday. Okay. You can do this at any hour of the day, but like I said, it does make you sleepy. It does make you sleepy. Okay. All right. Now, ghee. I got this at my Indian food store. Okay? Ghee. Pure ghee. Alright. So, you can either make a diya, which is a lamp, right? If you make a diya with the lemons. Actually, you know what? I said bare minimum, all y'all need is a red candle. Bare minimum, all you need is a lemon. Okay? And a red candle. Bare minimum, lemon and a red candle. If you make a diya, you're going to need a cotton wick. All right? Indian food store. All of this come from the Indian food store. All right? Indian food store. All right? So, the ghee, the lemon, I be tripping. I like to put mine in like a little holder, okay? It's the only way it doesn't get spilled everywhere. You're going to fill the lemon up with the ghee. You're going to soak the little cotton ball in there, okay? Bam, I have a light, okay? I'm going to make all of these, and they're going to like settle. I like mine to settle. You can do it while it's still liquid or whatnot. You can burn it while it's still liquid. It's going to burn the same. All right. So we are making a offer to Ma Durga, right? We're making a offer to Ma Durga. We are asking for beauty, wealth, health, strength to fight these battles, fight off of these urges, these gossipy energies, okay? Whatever is bothering you. And then you also want to say, okay, we bow to the one who removes difficulties, who removes beyond all difficulties, to the essence. We continue to bow to the doer of all, to the perception and to the unknowable one, right? All right. So at minimum, all right, I gave y'all a picture of Ma Durga you could print out. Okay. I gave you a picture of Ma Durga that you could print out. I don't know why I printed this out on this big legal paper. Okay. Now, today is Tuesday. If you get on Amazon, you can order a picture. I wonder if I could take this picture down. Do I have a smaller picture anywhere? No. Okay. Y'all gonna laugh at me if I... Oh, you know what? Here we go. I do. Okay. Because I have a picture that's in a frame, but it's actually pretty big and it's at the top of my desk. This is at the top of my desk. Okay. So you can get her picture, right? Put it in the picture frame. Put it in the picture frame. Nice picture frame. You know what? Let me frame this right now. I'm tripping. Let me frame this right now. Like I don't have picture frames around here. I said I wasn't getting up. But I'm up. Y'all, did y'all know Joanne Fabrics was going out of business, or they might have already been out of business or whatnot? But I actually got these at Michael's. It was picture frames. They, you know, you can find deals on stuff everywhere. You could go to the used store and get a picture frame. Definitely got to take that out. I'm excited to do this. Me too. I'm excited for you too. I'm excited for us. All right. So we have her in a picture frame now, okay? We have her in a picture frame. We're going to put our picture frame up. We're going to put our lamp. You can do one. You can do one lemon. Don't do two. If you cut the lemon in half, throw the other part away. We are not drinking the lemon juice. We are not saving the lemon juice. We're not saving the inside. Y'all don't drink it. Just throw it away. Throw it away. You ain't got to put it outside. You don't have to take it down the street to the dumpsters, to the crossroad, or nothing. Okay? Just throw it away. Just throw it away. Okay? So, you can do the lemon, right? If you cannot get ghee, we're just gonna do, because I really feel like I just gotta give the whole full shebang, right? Y'all, I had already cut this lemon in half, but I just put it back together like this, okay? But once I seen that, I was like, oh, I ain't using that. Okay? So, lemon, right? Make sure it's a good lemon. This, I don't know why, okay? I don't know why, but I was like, I'm not using that. Okay? So, lemon, all right? You either leave the lemon whole, let's see if we can put this lemon back together. I play too much. All right, either leave the lemon whole or you cut it in half for the lamps, okay? You can use a tea light. Put the tea light in there if you can't get ghee. Okay, you see how easy that goes in there? You might want to cut that little part off down there. Okay, so your lemon just sit up. All right. There we go. All right. Yeah, I cleaned my desk off today. I had cleaned my desk off. I had to look and see what is the planetary hour. I cleaned off my desk in the Saturn hour. I was like, okay, look at me in alignment. Look at me in alignment. All right. You have your red candle. Boom. And it just so happened that that's 3. Okay? You could do it like that. You could do it like that if you, however, it doesn't, do not, like, what does the line say? I love this. I love this. I love this. We bow, wait. We bow to the reliever. Nope. We bow, line 3. I'm tripping. Line 3. We bow to change, to perfection, to dissolution, to the wealth which sustains the earth. Now, what else are we doing here, right? Okay, after we get this set up. So, you can create an altar for Mom Durga, right? You could create an altar for Mom Durga. Or what you can do is just have a space. Okay, just have a space, right? Where you can do these prayers. You just want to have a space. You could put her, I don't want to give rules. I don't want to give rules because I know that a lot of people that come on my channel, they're limited to space, right? I know that. I know that they're limited to space. So I don't want to give rules, okay? This is the Divine Mother. She's seeing you at your core, all right? When you get more, do better, okay? That's what I'm hearing. When you get more, do better, okay? Don't keep doing the bare minimum and she's steady giving you more and more and more and more, okay? That's where a lot of spiritualists mess up because they don't do any type of charity work. They don't do any type of donations. They don't do any type of giving back, okay? No type of giving back or anything. And I'm not talking about the man on the corner, okay? Giving to the man on the corner is the easiest form of donation, right? But if she gives you a lot to sustain hunger, the earth, you give more. You get what I'm saying? You don't overgive so you don't have nothing. But the more you give, the more you're provided for. I'm telling y'all, it is. It's formulas in this. Okay? She knows who's selfish at heart and who's not. Okay. So, let's say you need a limit. I don't want to tell y'all you don't have a limit. You need a limit. Okay? My Durga is believed, and this is something that I was not taught originally. I was not taught about Mom Durga and limits originally. This came with me doing more work for her. Okay? So I'm just sharing it. So, we have Mom Durga's statue. We have her candles, right? Now, what are we going to do with all of this, Alexis? What are we going to do with all this? Let me tell y'all what y'all going to do. So, you get on. Make sure y'all take out the whole inside of the lemon, okay? So, you're going to run you some bath water. Okay, you're going to run you some bath water. You're not putting any essential oils in this bath water. You are not using any soap in this bath water. Before you do the bath, I suggest you, I really, 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 really suggest you kind of take a wash off, right? Before that. Like take a shower before you get in the bath, right? Take a shower and then run you some bath water. While you have the bath water running, while you have the bath water running, not after you finish running the bath water, right? And then you're trying to set up. As the water is running, you are going to be setting up. You're going to put Mom Durga photo in the bathroom with you, right? You're going to put her photo in the bathroom. You are going to light your candles, your lamps, your red candle, right? You're going to light your candle. I do suggest you get a 7-day candle, but if you can't find a 7-day candle, okay, get the smaller ones, right? Get the smaller ones. I think they 3 days, right? Remember, we working with odd numbers here. Your candle might not even last 7 days, okay? A lot of spiritual energy over here. Nothing lasts 7 days over here but those big fat candles, okay? That's it. And I think they're supposed to last 14. But they be lasting 7 to 8 days, okay? Working with this energy, these candles probably won't even last 7 days. But leave your candle lit. If you can't leave your candle lit, get a smaller candle. Okay, so from the beginning, you already know if you can't leave the candle lit, get a smaller candle. So you're going to take your candle into the bathroom. You're going to take your picture into the bathroom. If you don't have a picture of my Durga, you need her yantra. Because that is the same as having the body of the Devi, of the god. Her yantra is the same as having actually her, right? The yantra, okay? You can use a Sri yantra or you can use my Durga's yantra. I don't have her. Her yantra is on my community tab as well. So, all right. But I think these Sri yantras, I think they're probably like $14, $15, maybe $14, $15 on Amazon. If you can find an Indian food store, $2, $3, $2, $3, okay? I want to say something, but I'm not going to say it, okay? I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. All right. So, you want to run your bath water, you want to light your candles, turn off the light. Y'all afraid of the dark? Don't do this, okay? We're not afraid of anything. Okay, we're not afraid of anything. Turn off the light. And get into the bath water, right? Take your paper. Take your paper. If you don't know this by heart, take your paper with you. Okay, take your paper in there. As you're running the bath water, you're going to be saying 3, 4, and 5. Verses 3, 4, and 5. As you run in the bath water. When you get in the bath water, you're going to be saying 3, 4, and 5. I want you to say it as 9 times, 18 times, 36 times, 27 times, 36 times, 45 times, and 54. Okay? All of those numbers break down to 9. Okay? So say it as many times as you want. Say it as many times as you want. If you want to set that paper down and you just want to sit there and you want to soak in that energy, sit there and soak in that energy. Whatever comes up, whatever is getting released at that moment, let it be released. Okay? Let it be released. Whatever you feel coming on, be open. Be open. Be open. Be open. Be open. Be open. Okay? You are protected. This is not no dark energy. This is not, you cannot get attacked in this moment. Nobody can attack you in this moment. Nobody can attack you in this moment. Nobody is going to fuck with you after this either. If they trying to fuck with you, just know instantly they're getting karma. Okay? Let me tell y'all something that happened real quick, right? Let me tell y'all something that happened. I felt somebody bothersome in my energy as I was doing the 32 names of my Durga, right? I felt somebody bothersome in my energy. And usually I would do astral traveling and I'll go see who's bothering me, right? But I was like, let me pull a card on myself, right? And the card, because I was like, what is this? What is this? And the card that came out was Callie's Sword, number 13. Did I bring her book in here? I did. So, no, it wasn't number 13. Let me see what number it was. I'm so happy I bought this deck. This is a wonderful deck to invest into. Here we go. Nope, that's the Mojave. The Kandija, right? And it says she wields her holy sword, divine severance, empowering the soul and radical letting go. She instills the courage to bear the pain of loss and the wisdom to realize the secret blessings that can only arise when we embrace change. Where our strength of will may feather, she intervenes to ensure we do not sabotage our ultimate fulfillment and spiritual progress. She will not allow our souls to ensnare in any kind of deception or trapped in fears. She is the liberator. Her sword clears the path and revealing the truth. Okay, listen. I was getting ready to like literally like astral travel and see who was in trying to get into my energy, because it's like I'm doing this protection work, right? But I'm a spiritualist also. So people come and they say things and they do things, and I just was like, whoever it is, I'm gonna light their ass up. I'm gonna light their ass up. And then we was in the last degrees of Pisces, okay? If anybody know anything about a Pisces, is that they will hold it until they have to drag your ass to next week. And my Pisces placement is like 28 degrees, okay? So when I'm in the last degrees of Pisces, when the moon, the sun, and any other transits is in the last degrees of any sign, it's the most intense. It's the most intense. And if you actually have other planets in your birth chart that are in those degrees, it doesn't have to be Pisces, but you have other planets that's in those degrees of the sun, it starts to literally like light your ass on fire. You get what I'm saying? So anytime the sun is in a particular degrees and you have that degrees in your birth chart, and then me, I have all of that, all of my planets that are in the 12th house are literally in the last degrees, okay? Because I'm a 12th house rising, okay? I'm a 12th house Scorpio rising, but all of them is in the last degrees where I am a stellium Scorpio and I'm a stellium Sagittarius, okay? It gets so dark when I'm about to light somebody up that I can't see certain things. And the moment that I felt somebody, I'm doing my mantras. I felt somebody in my energy, right? I felt my name being said and like somebody trying to play on my energy. And I just was like, when I find you, bitch, I am going to set your ass on fire. Instead, I was like, you know what? I don't know what came over me. I literally came and sat at the desk and I was like, let me pull a card. Let me pull a card. Because this is not, that's just gonna, I'm gonna light you on fire where? Like, I don't know y'all in real life for real, right? I only have a handful of people's addresses, right? If you ever ask me for anything, then yes, I have your address or something like that, but it ain't none of my babies. It ain't it's none of y'all, it's not that. You get what I'm saying? This is somebody that don't know me from Adam to Jump. I'm not going back and forth with strangers. Okay? We can go back and forth all day about this Vedic science and I ain't even about to argue with you about that either. Okay? Because whatever was put on your heart, it was put on your heart. Whatever I was put on my heart, it was put on my heart, right? But I ain't going back and forth with you. No. Y'all are strangers. Y'all know, and I'm not talking about my babies. But anybody that wants to get into your energy for unnecessary reasons, right? Because you're doing something that they're not. We tapping into this extreme beauty, this extreme wealth, this extreme health and protection. And they don't have the common sense to do it as well. So they want to say something to you. Come on now. Come on now. We got to change ourselves. Okay, we got to change ourselves. We got to change the way we responded to people on the internet. Okay, we're going to change the way we responded to people on the internet. Everybody don't need support and everybody don't need a response. Period. And that's just it. Oh, I'm making a mess. Yeah, I should just do what I said I was going to do. I said I was going to use this measuring cup because every time I do it and try to pour from the can, I don't care what it is. I'll be at work trying to pour from a can. I always got to pour into a strainer. I'll be like, let's make a mess. The great thing about my job is, though, they're listening to me a lot more. So we actually don't have a lot of stuff that we use from a can. Okay. I had to check a date on something today. I'm like, this been here since I was here. Okay. Oh, that was such a better pour. I need to look at my chart and see the degrees mine is in. Once you learn the degrees, you'll be like, okay, that makes sense. There's 27 nakshatras in Vedic astrology. Nakshatras are stars. So each zodiac has 4 pods, like where the degrees is broke down at, right? And I'm saying pods, I might be pronouncing that wrong. P-A-D-E-S. So each zodiac has 4, and then each 4 has a nakshatra. So it end up, this is why, like, the number 27, so it's 27 nakshatras, aka 27 breaks down to 9. Okay, 9 is very important. It's a guide number. Okay, I suggest that y'all read these 9 times. Y'all read this Devi Sutram 9 times. Okay, there's no right or wrong way to do this. If you want to go through and you want to read the whole thing while you in the bathtub, you can do that. But the formula is 3, 4, and 5. Okay, 3, 4, and 5. That's the key. That's the key. We're going into the first door, adjacent possibilities. Okay. All right, so I gave y'all the formula. Y'all have any questions? Y'all have any questions? Okay. So we have 3 lamps. Okay. We have 3 lamps. I'm super excited for y'all to do this. What was yours in the last full moon? Okay, if you don't have 3 lamps, you need 3 candles, and you can get 3 lemons. Okay, I think lemons, I don't know how much they are there, but here they're like 3 for $1. Okay, Texas has an overload of lemons and limes and stuff. Okay, you can use limes too, but lemons are better. You can use limes. Lemons are better though. Okay. And you need her picture. Okay. You need her picture, or you need her yantra. Okay. Let me put her statue back. This girl. Okay. All right. So, oh, Virgo. Virgo. Okay. Okay. Yes, get the candle. So, red candle. Don't overload it. It probably won't stay up. That's too much. No, you don't. You don't even know me. Okay. You can't. You don't need a consultation. You need to do the work. You need to do some work for yourself. That's just me being real. You do some work for yourself and stop booking people to do a consultation. You don't need a consultation. Okay. So, and then plus you don't know me. Why you want a consultation with somebody you don't know? You don't know me. I ain't never seen you on my page. I ain't never seen you comment. You probably didn't even like this video. So you don't get consultations from people that you don't know. Okay? Let's start there, guys. Let's start there. On this spiritual journey, this new spiritual path. Okay. Yeah, you don't need a consultation from me from that. If you are very much disturbed due to his loss. I was about to say something real. Like I said, you need to do the work yourself, okay? You need to do some work. Okay? Do some ancestral veneration. That's the consultation. Do ancestral veneration. All right? But you don't need a consultation from me. You don't. You don't need a mediumship. You don't need anything. I'm just reading the energy. I'm sure that you left now. Okay? Like I said, you don't know me. Why would you consult with me about your loss? You don't know me. If you knew me, you would know how to get in touch with me. That's just me being real, real, okay? Like, stop letting everybody read y'all energy and try to call in y'all family members and stuff. You gonna get scammed. Somebody gonna take your money. Okay, so that's it. All right. You asking too many questions. You looking at the wrong part of the video. Are you an astrologer? I saw Durga written. Rewatch the video. Rewatch the video. Pick one of those open videos that's on my page. Rewatch the video. You just wrote 2-3 different things. You just said you want a consultation, your father passed, and then you asking, am I an astrologer? So what does astrology have to do with your father passing and with Durga? Or what do they have to do with each other? Nothing. Okay. I was gonna say earlier too, y'all. If you do this work, there's no fear of death. There's no fear of entities, spirits, connecting with your loved ones, connecting with divine. There's no you just connect back. And like I said, we all get reincarnated. I'll see you guys next time, right? All right, so I'm going to pull a card and then I'm going to let you guys go. Okay? I'm going to pull a card and then I'm going to let y'all go. All right? Let me check something real quick. Okay, thank you so much. Let me just ask a question in my head. Actually, I can ask this all out. Am I pulling a card for them? No. Okay. So, no, we're not pulling a card. All right, so we're not pulling a card. So I'll talk to you guys later. I love you guys. You guys have a wonderful day or a wonderful night or whatnot. All right. So don't forget to do the homework. So the homework is the ritual. All right. If you have not caught lesson 1, go ahead and do lesson 1 before you do lesson 2. The homework is due on Friday. The homework is due on Friday. What I want y'all to do is, actually, let me give y'all a little bit more homework than that. Let's do a little bit more homework than that. Okay. So we went over verses 4 and 5, right? Because I want all of these written out. Wait, Lori. Right? Wait. I was about to let y'all get out of here real quick, okay? Distractions. Okay? So did I say roses? Did I say y'all need roses? I think I said red roses or red flowers, right? So you need roses or red flowers, a red candle, you need lemons, ghee, okay? Ghee, pure ghee, okay? You get that at the Indian food store. If you get the ghee, you need cotton wicks. All right. The red flowers, I must not have said the red flowers. I think I said that on my other live, but I'm also was just getting distracted. But the red flowers, you're going to put them into your bathtub. Okay? We're not putting nothing else in the water. Nothing else in the water. Just straight water and the flowers. Okay? Nothing else in the water. We're not using no soap. When you let the water out, stay in the bathtub until you let the water out. Gather the flowers up, take them outside. Anywhere outside, you can put them outside your door. You can put them, don't take them to a crossroad, okay? Don't take them to a crossroad, okay? Exactly. You need Mount Durga's photo. about to do something. Okay? And that's it. Or her yantra. Okay? All right. Now, what else are you doing here? So I gave y'all a mantra last class. I don't know why I always say Doom Durga Namaha, right? Doom Durga Namaha, and I told y'all to do it 108 times, right? 108 times. Y'all want to see me clear the air real quick? So, I want you to do it 108 times. I'm actually going to end this live, and I'm going to start another live, and I'm going to do it 108 times. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end this live when we get done, and then I'm going to do the mantra 108 times. It's only going to be the mantra. That way, if you don't have your mala beads, as of yet, if you don't have your mala beads, you can follow along with that chanting. Okay? And you can do it. So I gave y'all that mantra. That is a very protective mantra. Okay? What I want you to do is, when you get into the bathtub, listen. When you get in the bathtub and you're reading your, yes, thank you, Lori. Thank you for that. When you get in the bathtub and you're reading your DV Sutram, right? Lines 3, 4, and 5. And I told y'all, read it whatever numbers equal up to 9. If you do it 45 times, or you do it 54 times, you do it 18 times, you do it 9 times. Whatever one goes up to 9, right? You do this. After that, if you want to and you're feeling charged up, chant this mantra. Doom Durga Namaha. Okay? Chant this mantra if you're feeling up to it. If not, then just relax. Okay? We bow to the Divine Mother, who is rest. Okay? Just relax. Okay? But we will meet again. So today is Tuesday. We're doing this ritual on Friday. So the next time I'm going to talk about Ma Durga will be Sunday. All right? It will be Sunday, right? And so when we come on Sunday, I'm sorry for your loss, honey. Stop putting that on my page, though. All right? I'm not sorry for your loss. I send condolences to you. It's not a loss, it's a gain. But stop putting that on my page. Next time you comment something about your father, I'm going to time you out. Okay? Check out the content. Because maybe you might go through the content and realize that I can't help you, or I can't help you, or that's just not where we at right now. Okay? That's not what you need. So, just, all right? This your first time here, you don't need to go on everybody's page and tell everybody that you lost your father. You're distracting. So, we will meet on Sunday. Okay, we'll meet on Sunday. And I want to know how you guys felt with the invocation. I want to know what you experienced. Okay, I want to know what you experienced. I want to know, I just want to tap in with you guys. I'm going to try to get my community tab up so that y'all can post pictures on here. I do have a Facebook. If not, then we'll do it on Facebook. But I really don't want to do it on Facebook, honestly. It is a private, good job. It is a private community or whatnot, but yeah. All right. So we'll come back and resume our lessons on Sunday. Y'all will probably see me live before then. It probably wouldn't have nothing to do with my Durga, okay? But definitely, you know, tap in. All right. Y'all try to do the mantra 108 times every day. Every day. Every day. Okay? Try to do, I'm looking forward to experiences already. I promise you, look forward to them because it really, like I said, she gets to work right away. She gets to work right away, okay? And even like little stuff like this, it becomes very testing, okay? It becomes very testing. And so the more we tap in with it, the more disciplined we will be, okay? The more disciplined we will be. Just be ready, okay? Be ready to go higher. All right, I already know you're ready. So, I look very cute on that picture. Y'all see me? I look so cute on there. That's one of my favorite pictures. Extremely beautiful. Extremely beautiful. I can see my Durga in there, okay, with the nose piercings, the red hair. Extremely beautiful. Oh, I'm so fine. How did I get that fine? How did I get this fine? I don't know. I don't know. It must be the mantras. Must be the goddess. Okay, so I love y'all. I'm about to do the I'm gonna do the chanting. It won't be long. It's a few minutes. So that video probably posts before this one does. So I'll talk to you guys later. Love y'all. Have a great day. Have a great evening, night on purpose. And I will see y'all back with the mantra. Okay? That was the first one I saw of you on Twitter. Aw. Like, oh, she cute. Okay. I might change that to my profile picture. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Okay. Bye-bye, y'all.